After Columbus made first contact with the Taino people, he spent the next 2 months exploring what is now the Bahamas in search of gold. The Taino, who had never seen Europeans before, believed the newcomers might be gods. On December 25, 1492, Columbus's flagship Santa Maria ran aground on a reef off the coast of the island he named La Hispaniola. With the help of the Taino leader Guacanagari, the ship's timbers were used to build a small fort called La Navidad, where 39 of his men were left behind. When Columbus returned to Spain, he received a hero's welcome and presented the kidnapped Taínos, gold and other items to Queen Isabella and King Ferdinand. When he returned back to La Hispaniola months later with a fleet of 17 ships, he found the fort burned to the ground and all 39 men dead. It seems that abandoned crew had begun stealing gold, taking Taino women, and abusing the hospitality of the local people. Taino leaders, led by Caonabo, agreed that no gods would behave like this and attacked the colonists. Columbus responded with brutal retaliation. He founded new forts, including the settlement of La Isabela in January 1493, and forced captured Taínos into gold mining and tribute labor. Those who refused were mutilated or killed. Men and women were taken as slaves. Caonabo and his brother were eventually captured and sent to Spain, but he died during the voyage and was buried at sea. Disease, starvation, and violence devastated the Taino population. Even some Spaniards rebelled against Columbus and his brothers, who were eventually arrested for their abuses of both indigenous people and their own colonists. Though the crown allowed Columbus one more voyage, he was banned from returning to Hispaniola. He spent his final years exploring the Caribbean before dying in Spain in 1506. Meanwhile, the Taino population continued to collapse. Survivors fled into the mountains under the leadership of Anacaona, the widow of Caonabo, who tried to maintain peace with the Spanish. Her diplomacy was betrayed. In 1503, Anacaona invited dozens of Taino leaders to a celebration with the Spanish governor Nicolas de Ovando, who then lured all the native chieftains into a single hut and ordered the building to be set on fire, trapping up to 80 people inside. Anacaona was captured and offered a choice between being given to a Spaniard or execution. She chose death and was hanged in Santo Domingo. Her courage made her a legend. One of the leaders killed in that betrayal was the father of Enriquillo, who escaped into the Bajoruco Mountains and began a revolt in 1519. His people fought only in defense, using their knowledge of the terrain to evade Spanish forces for years. Unable to defeat them, the Spanish crown signed a treaty with Enrique in 1533, granting the indigenous population rights to freedom and land. But by then, diseases had already wiped out most of the Taino, and colonial authorities declared them extinct by 1802. Yet extinction was never real. Many Taínos survived by intermarrying with Spanish and African people. Traditions continued through folklore, spiritual practices, and community memory, even when suppressed. Modern DNA research confirms widespread Taino ancestry in Puerto Rico, the Dominican Republic, Cuba, and other islands. Many Caribbean people today proudly identify as Taino, reviving language, traditions, and seeking official recognition.